Hey out there friends, I hope you're all ready for some more plasma adventure. Today as promised, we're going to be exploring the effects of oxygen inside of the vacuum chamber that we've been using. Before we begin exploring though, we need to understand some of the safety hazards involved with using this gas. Oxygen itself is not a flammable gas, but it is an oxidizer. And in a triangle of fire, you need fuel, oxygen, or an oxidizer, and a heat source. In this case, we're going to have plenty of oxygen, plenty of heat coming from our Tesla coil, but we have to make sure that we're not going to be involving any fuel sources with this, because otherwise we could start a rapid fire, and I haven't experienced it, but I'm not going to mess with it. A quick demonstration to understand what we're talking about. Here I have a burning cherry. I have this balloon full of oxygen here, and I'll just start blowing some of this on here. That was intense. There's another safety hazard involved with using pressurized pure oxygen, and that is pure oxygen coming in contact with oils in certain conditions can cause explosions. And so something like this should always be avoided. If you don't understand the risks involved with using oxygen, I strongly recommend do not try this. With that being said, let's evacuate our vacuum chamber and put some oxygen in there and see what happens. Alright, we're all evacuated here. Gonna get our oxygen line ready. Let's add in a little bit of oxygen to our outside chamber, and now into the main chamber. Well, that was not very pretty. Slowly add it in. I am not gonna lie, that is quite boring. Now, a lot of this could be caused by the power of my Tesla coil could be limited. But you can see that this is a real struggle for the plasma to take hold. You almost can't see anything inside of here. And this is the most dangerous part I feel of doing any of this. Just start removing air. But again, we don't have any fuel here. So that was a fairly dull experience, and even now we can see it's just like, what is going on with this oxygen? It's white, but it does not want to conduct electricity apparently. And we'll go ahead and try and do the same thing we did with the other gases, and we'll use the noble gases to help get us a better picture of what's going on. We have a familiar neon pressure here. We'll go ahead and mix in some oxygen, see what happens. Now, that was rather cool. Let's try a little more. Ooh. Okay. That's nice. Very interesting. The nitrogen had a similar effect where it would hang to the outside of the bottle. And there's a nice orange color there. Let's try adding some neon. Suck out that oxygen out of the secondary. Oh yeah, that was noticeable. See that orange is getting brighter. Big feathery tendrils. Let's go and try for some more of the neon. Very orange in there. Try and just add some more oxygen, I guess, and see what happens. Although it looks fairly cool right now. Just a small pitch. Didn't seem to do much. Maybe I decreased the pressure. We're going to try some more. Yeah, it had an effect. I'm not digging it though. It seems that the noble gases are better in larger amounts in this case, where the oxygen isn't forming very nice filaments at all. Let's just go ahead and put a little bit of neon, and then we're going to reduce pressure here, because we're not really changing the filament at all, it seems. It's getting nice and bright though. Crazy filament action from the different magnetic fields being produced in the plasma. Pretty cool. Apparently I was sucking the oxygen dry. Can't say much about this plasma. I don't favor oxygen, I would feel. Seems pretty lazy. The white filament has like a red tinge around it, encircling it like a double layer. Vacuum pump is having a hard time right now. Here we go. Lower pressures of the shared neon and oxygen. We're at about -25. And the filament doesn't do much unless you... Well, there it goes. A little bit of its own interaction. You can see there's a nice orange glow around where my hands will be, like a cloudy effect, I think, from the oxygen. Nice glowing orange colors. I actually want to add oxygen to this one more time. So we can see. It totally like kills the discharge. You can almost hardly see it. Orange, pink, yellow. There we go, there's some water. Got a little bit of argon going on here. We can just add a pinch more. Oh, there's still some in the sulfite pinch. Get it cleared out and get ready for some oxygen. Alright, adding in a small amount of oxygen. Again, that was very similar to our the first experiment we did with just the oxygen itself. Try adding in some more argon. See, it's very nice. There's like a a pink color to it. Try adding a little bit more. So now we have a nice diffuse argon filament that's slightly pink and whites and purple tips. Let's try adding some oxygen now. Turns it into one single filament. Nice little white. It's almost out. You can almost see the oxygen again in the same patterns, but in the different colors. They're very dark, faint purples and blues. Very nice purple blue color. Getting that familiar argon discharge. It's not wanting to interact with my hand though. Must mean there's oxygen in there. And it's not fully argon. That was a strange one, I'll tell you that much. That was its own ball game there. We have some krypton in here. You can see from the well, from that definitely. We're going to go ahead and try and add in some oxygen here. That was fairly nice. Made the krypton form a nice diffuse filament at this low pressure. Might be the oxygen, who knows. Let's try a little bit more. You really see a pink color at the tip. Again, we have a really nice diffuse color, and this pink or very purplish blue color keeps showing up. Okay, let it all in there. Try and pump some of that out. Try balancing it out, put some more krypton in there. Go ahead and give her hell here with the krypton. It's just giving us a crazy white discharge. Pretty cool though. Try a bit of oxygen. Doesn't want to discharge unless I'm near to it, so we'll go ahead and reduce our pressure here. That was pretty exciting. Again with that nice blue color, purplish, the cloudiness. And of course with the krypton, it seems that its weight will cause it to dominate the filament structure or not be as affected. Then again, I have no idea how to explain it, but oxygen doesn't seem like it's as good a conductor or as pretty, I would guess is the word. So that's pretty cool what's going on right here right now. Pretty nice interaction. Definitely cool there. Very diffuse. It's like we're traveling. Look at those bluish purple colors. That's the color art. That was fairly interesting in different ways that we would not have hoped visually. It appears that the oxygen didn't want to conduct electricity like the nitrogen or like the noble gases for sure. We did see some blue colors showing up, very purplish blue colors. In the video it almost looks like some sky blue colors, which is kind of interesting. I guess something that we could maybe infer is that oxygen has been the most chemically reactive gas that we've been working with so far. So maybe its electrical conductivity is less for some reason because of that. And I guess you could say nitrogen is a little less reactive, and the noble gases are even more unreactive, or inert gases as they would call them. And maybe that's why the noble gases conduct electricity so well, or not why they conduct electricity so well, but could be leading us on to some sort of clue as to understanding the structure of atoms and how they change from a plasma state into a normal state and what's going on there. So thanks for watching, guys.